Yacht A Virgo, welcome to Navajo Sage Weaver Tarot's channel. I appreciate your energy. I appreciate your likes and subscribe. Just want to say I've already pre-shuffled your cards and laid out the storyline for the energy of Virgo, or anyone who resonates with Virgo or is dealing with the energy of Virgo. So I'm going to shake the gourd to move any stagnation and then start reading what the cards are showing us. Thank you. All right, Virgo. So we're going to pull a couple archetypes and see what archetypes we are dealing with, or maybe we resonate with this archetype. Or we see this archetype playing out around us. Oops. So we have the mother card wanted to come out. So we'll let her come out. We're going to pull one more for Virgo, spirits and guides. We're going to pull one more archetype for Virgos. Oh. All right, the beggar. So, Virgo, either you're dealing with the light attribute or a shadow attribute of the mother, or you are this attribute, or you're surrounded with somebody that is showing you this energy of this attribute. All right, so the mother says, the light attribute, nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. The shadow attribute, smother or abandoning children, installing guilt in children for becoming independent. The beggar. So the light attribute for the beggar is confront empowered at the level of physical survival, awaken the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. The shadow attribute, depend on others to the exclusion of effort. All right, so maybe we are dealing with this attribute and maybe it will play out in the storyline. So the energy of Virgo, we're starting off with the chariot here. And the chariot is movement, energy movement. You're moving, your body wants to move maybe. And we have the Five of Swords, or the Five of Materials. And the Five of Materials is saying, or is speaking to me in a way that is saying that maybe you are, aiming for something, right? So we're aiming for something, whether it's a people, place, or thing, and we want to hit the target. And so like for instance, if somebody is using a bow and arrow, right, and they are shooting at the target, but they're sometimes in the mind, and somebody in life, right, is shooting at the target. So you have a target you're shooting at, and you want to hit it with precision. But so you're coming in this way of like force, but there's this curiosity, right, to hit it, right, to get that arrow going in the direction that you want it to go. And sometimes the arrow that you're pointing at, maybe there is a draft, a wind, right? So some sort of element coming in and shooting it off in a way that maybe you're not going to get it, or maybe you foresee it. You know, we have the chariot here again, and we have the spirits of your horse. So when you're trying to figure out how this arrow is going to hit what you're targeting, right? You have to trust your intuition, that movement, the vibration, how you feel, you know. And sometimes when you're aiming at something, it may not hit where you want it to hit. And so it kind of feels, when you don't get that first target, it feels lonely. It feels like, you know, um, when you're playing a game and it's a game that you like and you play against somebody and they win, and you play again and they win, and that feeling of feeling defeated, right? Sometimes we may not hit that target. We may not aim for what we want. And sometimes we have to have guidance. See, you have here the horses, and then it turned into an ox. Sometimes doing this, maybe in a relationship, or, you know, those ships, right? Friendship, emotions, relationships. We have to aim for our own target. And sometimes, even though maybe we have a community around us, it may feel lonely and heavy. And sometimes we don't see that. You know, somebody may have our back to lean on. And when you do that, when you get your target right here, the Page of Wands, you know, shooting that staff to your target, may bring out some of these attributes, right? The mother attribute might have you know, somebody who's smothering, and or somebody who is dependent on others, the beggar, you know, or the light attribute, somebody who's patient and not going to judge you for following your intuition in whatever you're aiming. And the light attribute for the beggar, comforts and power at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. And sometimes when we're targeting something, we run into the Queen of Materials. You have to stand up to that wind that your arrow's going. Got to make sure you have thought in the wind. Or maybe this entity is the one that you have to make a choice by listening to your intuition. walking away. Once you do, maybe, then you have choices. Giving you strength. This doesn't have to be people. This can be, you know, this can be like a job, um, hobby that maybe you're trying to aim for and it's not going the way you want it. And there's people supporting you. And if you just keep on going, you know, um, maybe something like a Queen of Materials stopping that, or making you see yourself to give yourself credit because we always have choices, but we need to have that strength within ourselves, And the death card is just reminding us. Sometimes we have to be reminded of the feeling, how it feels inside. It may not feel the same with somebody, it may be more tense, but the devil just reminds us here is telling me between the strength and the Queen of Cups that you need to learn how to take care of yourself, because if you don't learn how to take care of yourself, you can't move forward. See, the horses here, they want to help you carry these luggage. You're going downhill here. They want you to see within yourself that you can go uphill. And when you trust yourself and trust the community, the family that you're around, the people, once you trust them and you learn how to take care of yourself by taking time, you'll start moving uphill, and spirit will help you, will guide you, will show you signs, synchronicity. I'm sorry. Let me say that again. Synchronicity. Synchronicity. Yep. Okay. And sometimes standing up to the Queen of Material can feel really intense. Here again, we talk about the bow and arrow with the Seven of Swords. Is this something, is this dragon within, the one that is putting those barriers, making you have self-doubt of going this way, to the left or to the right, turn around, standing up, being curious, working on how you want to face it. And when you do, you have choices. Sometimes I think as humans, we forget we have choices. And then the strength, listening into your intuition, battling those demons by learning how to take care of yourself. Because if you don't, then it feels lonely. But your surrounding is saying you have people around you, Virgo. You have to stop, align yourself, so you can feel this within yourself instead of this, and it'll start making you go up the hill. Yes, the Five of Swords can make us rethink about these demons, these flames, these barriers. Make us self-reflect on the past. But rebuilding will help us walk up the hill by taking that risk, the full. Take a leap of faith. Trust your intuition. Learning how to say no to those barriers for making you stop. Stopping from moving. You got 2 Chariot here. Yes, it's a lot to work and to figure out the mathematics for the arrow to get to your destination. Going within yourself, reorganizing, becoming that Queen of Pentacles, realigning your mind, telling yourself you're not somebody who smothers, or you're learning how to move around that energy, or depending on others. Sometimes working can feel like you're plowing, but if you use the Knight of Pentacles here, you know, it talks about possibilities here. The green, once you see your intuition and letting go of those burdens that have been bringing you down, so you can start building your empire by taking risk. It's a lot of work, but you have to be strong within yourself. And yes, it may feel like you have to plow a whole farm, but the High Priestess, she doesn't give up. She learns to work with the Creator, the DN. She learns how to connect with the energy by taking time for herself to reconnect, to learn how to understand the fire within that may stop, may be the boundary. Because the Queen of Swords here, Virgo, you know how to use your swords, the arrow again. She has here, he still doesn't really have that confidence of like coming out of the forest. But when you start sitting within, then you have confidence. You don't have to look behind your back, right? She has perception now. She knows her judgment. She already knows. She started working on it. So, Virgo, that is what the cards is saying to me. I'm going to pull some fairy and see what they have to say. I say this is the energy of our characteristics, the ones that we say it's a fairy, right? It sounds so beautiful, but then fairies can be any type of fairies. So, what's here to me? So, Virgo, the energy we're bringing in is the purple, hold on, I want to see what that, sorry. So, the purple chakra is the crown chakra, right? So, we're talking about here in listening to our intuition, connecting to Creator. And the fairy energy brings in that connecting here. And then we have this fairy, the dark lady, and here she has her crown chakra too lighting up. So you're trying to connect with your crown chakra, and the solar comes in. Once you do that, then the energy changes to this solar, like people are going to see you radiate, you're in a way that may bring out when we radiate, right? It comes from our sexual drive, because it takes process of energy for our body to go through those chakras to come out, and for us to work through them to bring those chakras out and have them vibrate around us. It takes a lot of work to go through it, and the red chakra being at the very bottom, working through all that, you guys start all over again, like, going through these layers of elevating your being. So that was what the fairy is bringing out, is that you're in your energy. And I'm going to see what other messages we have here for from Spirit, see what they want to say. So we have the fresh approach. So we need to come at it with a fresh approach. Shift your energy. Empowerment. There we go. Once you shift your energy, keep your dreams alive. So we're working and going towards dreams. Love. April. Maybe the tea leaves resonate in those ways. Maybe something in April, or that brings love. Weeping willow. Family sorrows. Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Goldfish. Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. And purse. Pay attention to your finances. And wreath. Sorrow over a lost. And let's do one more. Crack cup. Dissatisfaction with life. And let's do heart. And we love deep affection and caring. Virgo, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to do your reading. And I just want to say, Hojona has clean, Hojona has clean, Hojona has clean, Hojona has clean.